Let me start with saying something that's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable because if you keep doing what you're doing right now, there is a very good chance that in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year's time from now, you are still going to be saying to yourself, I'm busy, but I still feel like I'm winging it. I don't feel like I'm any further forwards than where I should be at this point in my business life. And this isn't because you're not working hard, but it's because you have never gotten yourself properly focused. You haven't been able to give yourself everything that you need to just focus on the one thing at the time that matters. And that is what this episode is all about. Because most small business owners that I speak to, they're exhausted. They're absolutely knackered because they are trying to do everything. They have been winging it for so long because they're doing a little bit of marketing, they're doing a bit of admin, they're firefighting constantly, and they are reacting to everything that is happening in their business instead of having a plan, instead of being prepared. And then at the end of every single month, they're wondering why progress just feels slow and it feels non-existent. And the issue I see for absolutely everyone isn't that it's not effort, right? I know how much effort you're putting into your business, but it's that nothing is being driven with intention. Like you have no real purpose behind the actions that you are taking with a direct result that you want to happen from it. So here is what usually happens at the start of a new quarter for every small business owner that I actually come to speak to. You set big goals. How many of you started January by saying to yourself, I'm going to achieve this year. This is what I want to do with my business this year. And you make yourself big promises saying, well, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to do that instead. And you feel motivated, you feel geared up. You're like, yes, this is going to be my year. You tell yourself that this time I'm going to stay on track and this is going to be great. And then what happens? Reality kicks in, life kicks in. You get supplier issues, you get customers demanding things, life happens. If you've got family, kids, you get distracted. And suddenly, those goals that you were so motivated about achieving, those plans that you put in place because you said to yourself, I can do this, suddenly they feel unrealistic. And actually, sometimes they even feel irrelevant because something else has come along. It feels more important right in that moment. It takes over. So the plans that you had, the promises that you made, they quietly get dropped. They get abandoned. They get left behind. And this is the bit that people don't usually like admitting to themselves because every single time that this happens, right, your confidence in your plan. Every time you lose confidence in yourself, you lose the belief that things can change for you. And that's expensive, not just like emotionally, but financially too, because unfocused effort is one of the biggest profit leaks in many small businesses. Because you're thinking about something over here, then you're trying to do something over there. Then you go, actually, I need to do a little bit of this as well. So you end up trying to juggle so many things, and not one thing is being done to your best ability or to be able to give you the actual end result that you're wanting to achieve. And this doesn't happen because you're bad at setting goals. It happens because you're setting goals without a clear priority. You haven't factored in your realistic capacity in what it is that you are really capable of achieving. And you haven't done it with a plan that survives a busy week. And you know what? You haven't done it with real life in mind as well. You've done it with a perfect life. You've done it with perfect situations. And then you wonder why things never actually go according to plan. So instead of moving forwards with one thing with intention everything moves just like a little bit. But nothing moves enough for you to really start seeing the results that you were hoping for when you started doing it. And that is why you get downbeat. It's why you start beating yourself up. And it's why you go, well, why am I even bothering? When I was running my brick and mortar business and e-commerce businesses, this was exactly where I got stuck. And I got stuck like this for 2 very long, painful years. Like I was going round and round and round in circles, like going, well, okay, maybe I'll try a little bit of this, maybe I'll try a little bit of that. And nothing was working for me. And I didn't need more ideas. I had ideas coming out of me in every which way possible. But I needed to decide what actually mattered. Like, which idea did I actually need to go all in on and really give my focus and my attention to and commit to that without being distracted by the latest shiny thing or the latest opportunity that someone else is telling me I should be doing? That shift changed everything when I finally started working with somebody that said to me, Sam, this is what you're doing. This is what you need to change. And when I did change it, it finally allowed me to grow my business into the business I always knew that I could achieve, which eventually led to me selling all of those businesses so I can live the life I knew I wanted to live. So if that feels like you right now, you have made loads of big plans. You've got big ideas for 2026. We both know you do not need more motivation. We know you don't need more ideas, but you do need to have fewer priorities and clearer decisions. Because when you have clarity, right, it isn't just this nice thing for you to have. It makes money easier to earn. And it does that right now, and it helps you to do it in the future as well. So here's a simple but very important question I've got for you. If you had to pick just one thing that absolutely has to move forward for your business in the next 90 days, for your business to feel like the business that you want to run, that you're proud of, for it to be a healthy, happy, brilliant business, what would it be? Would it be to have new customers? Would it be to have more returning customers? Would it be to have a higher average order? Would it be to turn more browsers into buyers? Or is it something totally different? But what I do need you to do is to actually sit there and go, what is it that my business needs? What is it that I really want from my business? Because you need to have a clear answer as to where it is you're going to put your focus and then commit to that. Ignore everything else, put it as a periphery out there somewhere, and say, this is my main focus until I have done one thing at least every single day to help me achieve this one goal. I am not going to do anything else. This becomes your main focus. Then you can move on to the next thing. And that is the work that you need to do right now. And so this is exactly why I created a mini course for you, right? It's called Setting Goals You Can Achieve, because I know that you're sitting there going, I actually do commit goals and I do actually always tend to fall flat and I tend to abandon them halfway. So I've created something to help you that stops you from drifting, stops you from sort of dabbling over here and going over there. Because I know that staying busy without direction is one of the most dangerous places that any business owner can sit in. So please remember, you don't need to overhaul absolutely everything this year, but you do need to decide what matters to you and to your business right now. And stop letting other things coming in to distract you, to take you away, and letting another quarter slip by where you still are unfocused. You still let things come in and drag your attention away from where they should be. And that is what this work is really going to be all about. Okay. And if you'd like to get started right now, you can find the link to my Setting Goals You Can Actually Achieve mini course right below this episode. But whatever it is that you choose, right? I hope that you do it with intention, and I hope that you start this year with the focus in mind that your business actually needs. And I will see you next week.